many people know, but not all, that the Trump haters, mostly progressives, but some on the right, like Ambassador John Bolton, people like that, they are trying to link President Trump to Jeffrey Epstein in a criminal sense. That has been going on now for more than a month. Okay, maybe two. And everything that Trump does, these people say, oh, he's trying to divert away from Epstein. Well, if you look at the fact of the case, as I have, there's really nothing to divert away from. And this story is going to roar back into action in September when the House Oversight Committee has subpoenaed a lot of people involved with Epstein, including Bill Clinton, who has a lot of risk. And Clinton's not a well man. That's a tough one. Anyway, Americans themselves are tired of this drumbeat. And how do I know that? Well, CNN has a guy named Harry Enton, right? He's their data analyst. And here's what he said about the Epstein story a few days ago. Roll it.
I would say that this is, from at least a political point of view, quickly turning into a dud of a story. What am I talking about here?
Which is wild.
Which is wild.
This has been for 3 weeks now.
Exactly. Take a look here. Google searches for Epstein down 89% versus just 3 weeks ago, falling through the floor. It is no longer the top term searched alongside Donald Trump's name. That's been trading off between Taros and Vladimir Putin, with obviously the meeting coming up later this week. But at this particular point, the American people's interest in this story, it's quickly becoming something of a nothing burger.
Okay, I don't know about nothing burgers, but I know people are sick of it. Now, some facts. Those are always good, right? Facts. So Epstein was a heinous criminal. There's no doubt about it. And what he did was exploit minors in a sexual way. Now, he was convicted of that in 2008, and he got a sweetheart deal in Florida because he was a rich guy. He bought his way out. And that's disgraceful. On 2019, July 6th, he was arrested by the FBI in New York City and charged with a federal sex trafficking charge. Okay? So this is number 2 beef on him. And he's guilty. I mean, people lined up to testify against him. And he knew he was going to get life probably in prison. So he killed himself. And that happened a month later, August 10th, 2019. He hanged himself in his jail cell. All kinds of conspiracies. We don't do that here. I will tell you that the federal prison guards knew he was a high-risk guy. They didn't care. I'll tell you that for sure. Did they help? No, I don't think so. They didn't care. All right, a year later, his girlfriend, whatever you want to call it, Ghislaine Maxwell, was arrested and convicted in 2021 on federal charges, trafficking a minor. She got 20 years. Now, this is what's in play now. Okay, and she should have gotten 20 years. 20 years is fine. And I don't think President Trump will pardon her. I hope he does not, because that will really hurt his legacy if he does. There's no doubt about it. This is a heinous woman. This is a terrible woman. This woman deserves to be in prison. So we're all clear on that. Okay, so the problem blew up when Donald Trump was elected for a second time. He came in. He said, we're going to be transparent. We're going to release Kennedy files, which they did. Martin Luther King Jr. files, which they did not. And Epstein files, which they have not. And then the Attorney General, the new one, Pam Bondi, says, oh, I'm looking at it on my desk right now, but I haven't seen anything that I didn't know about. But that opened the door. Okay? And the door was, we want to see all these files. And we want to link Donald Trump to Epstein. So while Clinton took about 17 trips on Epstein's plane, and 2 people have testified that Clinton did go to this island in the Virgin Islands where all these terrible things were happening. Now, that has not been established beyond any reasonable doubt, but there are two people, one of whom is the top assistant to Bill Clinton. Band is his name, Doug Band. I told Vanity Fair, yeah, I was there with Clinton and we were with Epstein on that. Okay. Just reporting what's on the record. I don't know. It wasn't adjudicated. But the hate Trump brigades, progressive left saw an opening. Let's make it a fact, even though we don't have any facts, that Trump committed a crime with Epstein. That was the strategy. And the media, of course, just let it roll. Didn't matter about evidence because the Trump administration didn't release all of the so-called files. When I talked to President Trump on St. Patrick's Day of this year, you didn't have any trouble. You say, oh, we're going to put it out. We'll redact the names. We don't want people getting crushed here that had nothing to do with it. But he wasn't alarmed. I mean, I was talking to him one-on-one about it. But that never happened. I don't know why. Nobody knows why. Nobody. Homeowners, when is the last time you checked on your home title? If your answer is never, then this is for you. Scammers are stealing titles, and your equity is a target. Criminals forge your signature. Just like that, your home title can be transferred out of your name. That's why I partnered up with Home Title Lock, so you can find out today if you're already a victim. Please use my promo code BILL at HometitleLock.com, and you'll get a free title history report. Plus, you will get a free trial of their $1 million triple lock protection. That's 24/7 monitoring of your title, urgent alerts of any changes, and if fraud does happen, they'll spend up to $1 million to fix it. That's HometitleLock.com, promo code BILL. So the House Oversight Committee now is going to subpoena a number of people, and this is going to be unbelievable because this will reopen this Epstein story. So August 18th, coming up fast, Trump Attorney General William Barr. He's coming in. Then Alberto Gonzales, who was Attorney General under Bush. So this is the Bush-Obama transition in 2008. Jeff Sessions, another Attorney General under Trump. Robert Mueller, former Attorney General under Bush. Loretta Lynch, Attorney General under Obama. Eric Holder, AG under Obama. Merrick Garland, AG under Biden. All these people are being called into Congress to testify what they know, what they saw, what was handed to them. Then it shifts into James Comey, head of the FBI, fired by Trump. Then Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton. Now, my sources tell me a lot of these people are going to take the fifth. They're not going to testify. That's a huge story in itself. I can't imagine Bill Clinton testifying. And he's not in good health, as I said. This is, boy. So this is the ultimate irony. Trump can't be called because of executive privilege. So he's not going to be involved with this. But a lot of Democrats, big-time Democrats, are being called to testify about what they know about Epstein and under oath. That will reignite the story, but not in the way that the Trump haters want, because the focus will re-shift. Trump took, I believe, 8 trips with Epstein, mostly back and forth between New York City and Mar-a-Lago, where both had homes. But Trump was not on the island, according to all of the evidence and reportage. Never went to the Virgin Islands on it. But I believe Clinton did. But I could be wrong on that, because I'm going by hearsay testimony. Doug Band, Vanity Fair, and one of the victims. Under oath, but still, it's hearsay to me. But to wrap this thing up, the importance of it is way beyond Epstein. It's let's try to destroy a president of the United States, Trump, by innuendo, which is failing. And now it's kicking back into, it looks like other people might be destroyed. That the progressives like. Pretty interesting, huh? It's amazing that karma turns that way sometimes. So there you have an accurate presentation of what is going on. For those of you watching us in Thailand and Africa and South America and the South Pacific, I know you don't get accurate reportage, but we give it to you here on YouTube. I'm Bill O'Reilly. We'll see you again soon.